Hi guys, and welcome back to another edition of Ask Andy. I've enjoyed looking at some of your questions, but one that stuck out for me was from my good friend Darren Cartel. But anyway, what he asked me was, how sport specific should we get when training for our sport in the gym? You can look at this from two perspectives. As an athlete, if we look at the law of specificity, the thing you need to do is play your sport, compete in your sport, and train in your sport. If you want to get better at your sport in practice, you must be in your sport. If you look at it from a coaching perspective, what you must understand is the role of an S&C coach. Now, we're here to make our athletes more robust and better conditioned to the sporting practices and environments of our athletes. We're here to make our athletes more forceful and at the same time condition them to the sporting environment. If you understand biomechanics, anatomy, kinesiology, appreciate physics, and have an understanding for physiology through energy systems, you can start predicting and programming for your athlete. But one of the most important principles here is don't get fancy, stick to the basics and stay efficient. The height of the competitive result depends on the width of the base of general prep. Basically, what I'm speaking about here is the more complex patterns are in a sport, then the more variety is needed in terms of our programming in general preparation phases. If we think about field sport athletes or grappling sport athletes versus that of weight room athletes like powerlifters, then the former is going to have a lot more variation in programming than the latter. What we also must understand is that the phase of training that we're in dictates the amount of exercise selection that we have. So if you're in a general preparation phase at the beginnings of training, you're going to have a lot more variety over maybe in specific phases or competition phases, where training, programming and variations narrow down in order for us to get where we need to get to. Time is crucial. If you don't have much time, then press for exercises with higher muscle recruitment potential. Now, think of exercises with greater radiation, a chin-up versus a bicep curl. If you don't have time, we must get stuff done. And so that's how specific you need to be. Okay, just to recap, if you're an athlete, remember the law of specificity. Go play your sport, compete in your sport and use that to get better in it. Use the weight room as a supplement to enhance your performance. And if you are a coach on the other hand, remember your role and remember what you are there for the athlete. The sport of the athlete dictates how much variation you have in preparation phases. And also the time frame in which you have with them also dictates how quickly you need to progress through. And lastly, the phase of training dictates the exercise selection at disposal. If you're liking these videos, please like and share. Remember to keep commenting your questions and I'll do my best to answer them.